Okay, we're going to do a little bit of an experiment here in the propaganda model of these online websites that create articles that seem to be really good, seem to be really, really good actually, because they have all these, embedded, hyperlinked supposed sources. But if you dig a little bit deeper, sometimes they get away with some trickery as a result. So this one is called The Conversation: 5 Reasons Why Trump's Venezuelan Embargo Won't End the Maduro Regime. Again, let's pay attention here, as if ending the Maduro regime is something that we would all, supposedly want to do. Anyway, 5 reasons. So we can go through the article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Basically, I'm reading it the way that most people read these articles. They see a link and the hyperlink and they think, okay, maybe you could prove that with the hyperlink, right? And then I just don't click on it. So, the executive order, I don't need to click on that. I know that happened. The U.S. announced an economic embargo on Venezuela. I know they've been doing that a while, and they announced a full embargo recently. Blah blah blah. I continue along. Venezuela's economy is already broken. Sure, you could make an argument for that. Embargoes are a foreign policy tool, etc., etc. Some of these are a little bit concerning. Hyperinflation hit 10 million%. Like, sounds a little high, but hey, whatever. What's a percent? You scroll down, you keep reading, lots of articles. Um, but eventually I got to one, where I was like, hey, wait a minute. This one said, but most Venezuelans say are desperately poor. According to the United Nations, 90% of people there live in poverty. Now, being a guy who likes primary sources, I would love to see this United Nations study. So let's play their game. Click on this. Wait, this isn't the UN. This is another fact site. Top 10 facts about poverty in Venezuela. Okay, well, is one of them a UN study? Let's see. Poverty in Venezuela is epidemic. Oh, here's your link for that. No, that's a New York Post. Whoops, I'll go back. Let's try this again. So this one is a New York Post article. It says economic statistics are disappearing. Oh, I guess it's pretty hard. There's going to be alternative sources of information. This is Axios. That's not the UN. Okay, interesting. The original article said something about the UN, but funny, something about their inflation rate. No, that's a WAPO article. Okay. Huh. Huh. Wait a minute. A minimum wage. Something about the government corruption being deeply rooted. Notice how the government corruption one has no link. Food crisis leads to Maduro diet. That's a real thing. But let's just see what we click on here. Nope, this is another essay that doesn't have a link to the UN. So this is how it works. You get caught in a maze of right wing and often liberal media sources, and the original lie, UN study says, that just becomes a kind of bullshit talking point. And then what happens is somebody repeats it. So we go all the way back to the original one that's just laden with these links. And I have little doubt that if you go to these links, they're going to be more or less the same thing. They put you in a loop where they'll claim that there's a primary source behind it, but actually it's just them linking another right-wing news article. So it's like an echo chamber on this particular topic, and it's very hard to escape. There is a UN study that's easy to find if you're interested. UN study, and I haven't looked this up yet. UN study on Venezuela housing, and what you'll find. Let's see this one. So here's a Telesur one, but that's Venezuela's own media. But check it out. UN recognizes UN recognizes Venezuela for right to housing, top nation's right to housing. Well, great, but look at the first thing they do. Right? People say, "Oh, Telesur, that's propaganda." Well, at least they linked the UN article right away, so you can go straight to UN Habitat and know that they're not BSing right in the title. Compare that to 5 Reasons Why. They don't do that at all. Their links run you in a circle. Now, you'd have to take the time to go through these links to know that, and that's kind of the problem. But anyway, I'll I'll cut it there.